Cleta is the chair of the SLA review committee, because we get like 30 new liquor license applications a month in this neighborhood. So the meetings change every month. So you go to the community board webpage, and like we had our public safety committee meeting last night. The next one is the last week of June. I can't remember what day it is, like June 27th or something.
Is there a public meeting next Tuesday?
Oh, and the full board meeting is the 12th.
Oh, next Tuesday.
The problem with the full board is if you want to speak about anything, you have to show up at 6:15 to sign in, and then sit through us having a boring meeting and then get to speak. So if you can stand to do that, but you got to be there by 6:15 to sign in, because the chair is very strict. It's like you can't be like a minute, even if I'm a minute late, I can't sign in to speak. So. And you can always go to Heather's webpage, and she'll tell me what the she'll tell me what she goes out and takes pictures of what the complaints are.
Yeah, there's two other complaints, two other things I wanted to bring up. One is on Leonard Street. We have a religious facility, and people just park any way they want. Yeah, it's a mosque on Leonard Street, I'll say. Yeah. I mean, if it was a Baptist, Catholic, or any type of other church denomination, a synagogue, I don't think it would be allowed. It's 1 or 2 days a week, and what happens is cars double park. And I speak from experience where ambulances and fire trucks would not be able to get down the block for about a half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour period. We've talked to the imam, and he's like, I can't control it. Because a lot of the people aren't from the neighborhood.
Yeah, I've spoken to Iman, and we've been there. We've done some enforcement there.
You have, and hats off to you guys.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they know when there's not an officer in the vicinity, it's just like they're there, you know? And I'm concerned for public safety. I mean, it's one thing when you see a huge UPS truck backing up and almost hitting some kids who are getting out of PS 34, but it's, you know, if there's a fire, it could be disastrous.
You're right. We met with the Imam and the president of the mosque. In his fairness, he's told his people, right, and what's difficult for him is he's right. Because it's just off of Manhattan, you know, people, a lot of the cab drivers will come through the tunnel for their Friday prayers, and he gets these sort of transient congregation. We've been there several times over the last couple of months. We've spoken to them in the mornings, put a cop outside, then a week later, we would be fine. Second week later, we go and rent a bunch of summonses. It goes away for a couple of weeks, right? And then they're back. And I just heard today that they were back again last month.
Yeah, they were.
So we'll be back. They're fine. I mean, we will.
Great.
I mean, I would give that courtesy to really to any house of worship. And we work with all the churches and mosques and temples around here to sort of help them out. You know, it's usually not a problem on Sundays for churches because parking's easier on a Sunday. But it's very difficult on a Friday afternoon for the mosque. It is.
And then my last thing is, with the pool open, you mentioned the speed bump that I wasn't aware of yet. But are there any plans for like a larger police presence or the kids in traffic and just for safety, general safety?
Yeah, no, the pool's going to be a big issue for us.
Right.
The pool has to, for it to open, there has to be a police officer inside the pool. So it's open from 11 to 3, and it closes from 3 to 4, and reopens again to 4 to 7. So there'll be a police officer working in the pool while it's open, at least one. What I was able to do was swimming. No, we got the police officer shorts. Been a joke in the precinct who's going to have to wear the shorts. We're concerned about it. One of the things I was able to do earlier in the winter was we usually will send, every precinct in Brooklyn has to send 2 to 3 police officers to Coney Island for the summer. And this is sometimes 1 to the 7A precinct for Prospect Park to help augment the Coney Island crowds. We were given permission from the Borough Commander, Chief Nelson, not to have to send our contingent to Coney Island this year because we were getting the pool. So those 2 or 3 cops who we normally would lose in the summer will still be here. So that's how we're going to handle it right now. We'll see how the pool goes.
Is the police, is the Parks Department going to have parks enforcement officers?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Wish they did, but they won't. Yeah. My concern with the pool is actually when it closes too, at night. It's not unheard of in the city to have people drown in pools in the middle of the night. You know, that has happened.
Yeah, over the fence.
You know? We'll have, I can't assign a police officer there for midnight shift.
I've climbed many fences.
But we got those great, also Small and Osborne, who will catch them. All right, other questions on this side? Folks? No? But if you do have anything you want to speak to us in private, myself, all my officers here, you can come to. We're always open. With that, we'll see you all at the East and National Night Out.